All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Valley News Now digital update. I'm Devin Fry, bringing the very latest that we've had today in the Valley News Live newsroom for today and beyond. A lot to get to today, a sneakily busy day. I do want to say before we get started, I do have the Facebook Live feed open for your comments. We want to hear your thoughts live as we bring the news to you. You have opinions, go ahead and let them be known. We're going to move on to our top story of the day thus far. A former Wells County chief deputy and his wife now facing felony charges after investigators say they took thousands of dollars from customers, including elderly victims, without completing contracted work. Pulling up mugshots here. Now, we don't have a booking photo for Megan Givens at this time, just putting that out there now early here. Andrew Givens and Megan Givens each face 2 counts of construction fraud and criminal conspiracy in Towner County. Andrew faces additional charges in Wells County, including impersonating a law enforcement officer. Investigators say the couple collected more than $43,000 from multiple victims across 2 counties, including 2 elderly sisters, one of whom is a retired teacher battling breast cancer. That's all according to the incident report that we obtained here today at Valley News Live. The affidavit also alleges that Andrew Givens walked into Fessenden City Hall wearing a firearm and a Carrington police badge while impersonating an officer, despite having resigned as chief deputy of Wells County in October of 2023. We are going to continue following this through the court process as it continues to develop here at Valley News Live. Be sure to stay tuned. Download the Valley News Live news app and weather app, so we're going to have you covered for both of those. Moving on to an update on a story we had this morning. A second-floor apartment at Sterling Park in South Fargo heavily damaged after a fire late last night. We got some video from the scene here, pulling that up now. Firefighters responded to the 3100 block of 33rd Street South around 9:20 p.m. after reports of alarms sounding in the building. While on their way, the call was upgraded to a structure fire after a second caller reported flames in a bedroom. When crews arrived, the bedroom window had already failed and fire was spreading to the exterior. The fire was quickly extinguished inside and out, thankfully. The resident of the affected unit was also safely evacuated. The entire building was cleared. No injuries reported in this incident. All but 2 apartments were able to be reoccupied once the smoke cleared. The apartment below sustained water damage from firefighting efforts. The cause remains under investigation. We'll be sure to keep you up to speed on that story as well. Let's pull up one of our sky cams ahead of our forecast from First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Summer Schnellbach. Let's go ahead and take a look outside ourselves. So you can see windy out there. Thankfully warmer than what we've been experiencing through the early part of this week, but this is from our our sky cam out in West Fargo at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds. See a little bit of movement on the camera and way more snow than we would appreciate, but it is melting, thankfully. Let's go over to the experts on this, though. Summer Schnellbach joins us from the First Alert Storm Team to tell us more about this weather front, especially these warmer conditions that we've been getting to experience today.
Devin, check out this radar loop from earlier this afternoon. We had an initial front bring some rain and some snow to the valley. That moved off to the east. We had some dry air pushing in and even some sunshine. But now that next round has been moving in, bringing more rain, more snow, and more wind. Because of the snow and wind concerns, the National Weather Service has a special weather statement out for the northern half of the region because we could see periodic brief whiteout conditions due to the falling snow in combination with the wind throughout the afternoon into this evening. And they issue these special weather statements when the criteria don't quite meet advisory or warning criteria. But we do have that wind advisory until 7 o'clock this evening for westerly gusts up to 45 miles per hour. So here's what the rest of the afternoon looks like. We'll continue to see some scattered showers of rain, wintry mix, and snow, depending on your location and temperature at your location. And then that wind too, strongest on the North Dakota side of the Red River. A few more flakes and flurries linger in northern Minnesota this evening, exiting by tomorrow morning. And tomorrow going to be a cloudy, cool, but overall quieter day with some isolated mixed showers in the far southern half of the region, with some clearing occurring late leading to more sunshine and even warmer temperatures for Friday. Get those full forecast details, including the next weather maker ahead for the weekend, coming up tonight on Valley News Live.
Thank you so much for that, Summer. Be sure to stay tuned. Valley News Live at 4 coming up in about 20 minutes here. We also have shows at 5, 6, 9, 10. We're all over the place. And also, if you want to keep your eye on this weather front yourself before our shows, we do have updates here on the Valley News Now digital desk through our weather updates, streaming throughout the day periodically. And we also have our First Alert Weather app, which, again, extremely handy, especially in situations like this time of the year tends to bring. Let's get back into some of the headlines that we've had through the Valley News Live newsroom today. We're going to go back out to Minnesota. A suspected drug lab has been discovered inside a Warren, Minnesota home. Carla Swenson, 47 years old, was arrested after probation officers and the Pine to Prairie Drug Task Force searched her home and found multiple jars of black liquid she claimed was in the final stages of DMT extraction. Investigators also recovered a small amount of finished DMT and methamphetamine as well. DMT is a Schedule I hallucinogen under federal law. Investigators say the manufacturing process is extremely flammable, and Swenson told officers that she had planned to pour the liquid into other containers later that day. She faces first-degree controlled substance possession charges. This investigation is ongoing. 63-year-old Bismarck man is dead after a rollover crash about 3 miles north of Towner on Tuesday afternoon. North Dakota Highway Patrol says a Honda Odyssey was traveling south on Willow Road when it left the roadway and rolled. The driver was taken to Heart of America Medical Emergency Center in Rugby, where he was pronounced dead. His name has not been released pending family notification. Road and weather conditions were reported as good at the time of the crash. This investigation is ongoing as well. One of the organizations that we love to partner with here at Valley News Live, the Honor Flight. Some good news on this front. More local veterans are going to be able to visit Washington, D.C. this year. Veterans Honor Flight of North Dakota and Minnesota is adding a 5th flight, this one out of Grand Forks International Airport. It's going to be in November of 2026. The additional trip will allow more veterans from the region to travel to the nation's capital at no cost to visit the memorials dedicated in their honor. Information on veteran applications and donations is available on the Veterans Honor Flight of North Dakota and Minnesota website. Go ahead and check it out. I know we love covering this at Valley News Live, and we love going on these trips with these veterans as they get to soak in a little bit of the honor that they truly deserve. Hey, check this out. We have some sound from this. This is from a team, Grand Valley State University, their lacrosse team. We'll go ahead and give a listen to this, and I'll explain a little bit after this sound plays.
Their bus will not start. So here's what we're going to do. MCLA grit, baby. You have cars here. Let's rally, and let's get them to the field.
The Grand Valley State University Club lacrosse team picking up North Dakota State players after dealing with bus issues. North Dakota State was the head coach gathering his players, told them to all get in their cars and go pick up their opponents. Players drove out, helped the NDSU team grab their gear, and brought them to the field so that the game could be played. A rival team turning into a rescue squad for this game. You love to see it. Sportsmanship, folks. That's what it's all about. Let's go and preview some of the stories that we have coming up tonight as our coverage rolls on here at Valley News Live. 7 dogs have reportedly been found wandering near Wyndmere, North Dakota. Rescuers believe they were all dumped and left to fend for themselves. Tonight, Anna Ballweber brings us more on this story. Here's a little taste of what we can expect for Anna's reporting tonight, coming up on Valley News Live.
Anna with Valley News Live here. I'm out in Wyndmere, North Dakota, standing next to a road where a handful of dogs have been found. So far, 7 dogs have been caught, all with similar shepherd markings and hound-like features. They're all believed to have been dumped and left to fend for themselves. We first heard about this story through the Valley News Live whistleblower hotline. A Good Samaritan called us after calling in a wandering dog on the highway. The retrievers took over, and 6 more were found in the Wyndmere and Wolverton areas. Because of their markings and similarities, they believe this might have been a group dumping. 4 dogs have since been taken in by Homeward Animal Shelter. 1 is going to For Love of Dog. 1 had to be euthanized.
It seems way too coincidental that these dogs ended up in groups and dumped into different locations.
The retrievers believe there's still 2 more dogs connected.
They have traps out and ask anyone with information to contact the local authorities. Reporting in Wyndmere, Anna Ballweber, Valley News Live.
This bank on Main Street in Arthur was the target of an ATM theft in the early morning hours of January 7th, 2025. Now, more than a year later, one of the men responsible is heading back to federal prison. Cass County Sheriff's deputies responded to an alarm at Bank North on Main Street in Arthur and found the ATM had been forcibly broken into. That same night, a second bank in Trail County had also been burglarized. A high-speed chase ended near Northern Cass School, about 5 miles northeast of Arthur, where 3 suspects were arrested: Jacob Stein of Fargo, Tucker St. Croix, and Zachary Husers. Bank North declined to comment on the case.
Anytime that we have repeat offenders, that's concerning to us. And it takes a lot of resources to deal with one person.
Stein pleaded guilty to bank larceny and was sentenced on April 2nd to 41 months in federal prison, a sentence that runs consecutive to a separate federal term he is already serving. He was also ordered to pay more than $10,000 in restitution to Bank North. Chief U.S. District Judge Peter Welt imposed the sentence. As a condition of his release, Stein must complete substance abuse and mental health treatment and will serve 3 years of supervised release after prison.
Thank you, Harrison and Anna, for those reports. Be sure to stay tuned tonight for more of what they have on their respective stories, and also all throughout the night here on Valley News Live. We're just scratching the surface here as we continue to bring you the very latest here in the Red River Valley. That's going to about do it for this afternoon update. Valley News Live at 4 starts in about 15 minutes. Duke Schindler on the desk there. We also have shows at 5, 5:36, 6:30, 9, 10. Be sure to stay tuned, and don't forget, here on our streaming platforms, we have updates coming up tonight as well. Our weather update in the 7 o'clock hour, and then another news update in the 8 o'clock hour as well. Wherever you watch us, we will be there to bring you the news that matters to you. Thank you for joining us for this Valley News Now digital update. I'm Devin Fry.